As a Nigerian that have shuttled Ghana and Nigeria for the past 9 to 10 years, I would love to say that Ghana has taught me a lot about my country. Ghana has made me to fall in love with my country. I think I never knew I loved Nigeria this much. I never knew I could appreciate Nigeria this much like the way I appreciate Nigeria now. So there is this perception I have about life generally. When I go somewhere and I see something that is good, I want to imitate it. Let's take for instance, some people will say, Befe, you speak like a Ghanaian. And that's because when I came to Ghana, I realized how soft-spoken Ghanaians were. It wasn't just about the accent, it was about how soft-spoken they were, and I admired it. I wanted to be soft-spoken. I think the people, the Ghanaians I related with us at the time, they were very, very calm, and I loved the way they articulated themselves whenever they were speaking. They sounded so soft, they sounded so calm. I wanted to emulate that, and I just saw myself speaking like that, so that is it with me. So when I came to Ghana, the first few years I stayed in Ghana, I didn't really experience this, but coming back to Ghana again and getting myself involved with social media and talking about Nigeria and Ghana, it has just helped me to fall so much in love with Nigeria and Ghana. I'm going to be sharing the things that I have learned from Ghanaians as a Nigerian that has helped me to fall so much in love with my country, Nigeria. Hello guys, welcome to BEFE'S Space. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, you're highly much welcome. My name is Kina Befe. Let us dive straight into today's video. Living in Ghana, I admired how Ghanaians are so patriotic, how much they love their country, how much they value their culture, how much they know about their country. Like, they know so much. An average Ghanaian can tell you the history of Ghana. An average Ghanaian that went to secondary school, let's just use secondary school as a yardstick, okay? An average Ghanaian that went to secondary school can actually tell you so much about his or her country, and that got me marveled. I remembered when I went to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Center, and I had a tour guide that told us around the center, and towards the end of his video he tried to summarize it and gave the meaning of Ghana, like Ghana. I saw the way Ghanaians came out, like no, that is not the full meaning of Ghana. That is not how Ghana came about. That is not how the name Ghana came about. You know, they came for the man. I believe he wasn't trying to say originally that is how the name came about, but maybe he coined those words, you know, from the acronym. Like, he coined those words, but Ghanaians did not take it lightly. Most of them started educating me in the comment section how the name Ghana came about, and they tried to explain to me how the name Ghana came about. And it was very fascinating for me because it was like an average Ghanaian knew where the name Ghana even came from. That is how well they know their country. That is how well they appreciate their country. See, you only appreciate something when you know much about that thing. When you have absolutely no idea about that thing, there's every tendency that you wouldn't appreciate or value that thing as much as you should. It's just like when you're being given money. When you do not work for the money, you have no idea where that money is coming from. You will not appreciate the money. But when you work for the money, when you toil for the money, or some of us, if we get to see where our parents work, how our parents suffer in order to raise money for us to feed, to take care of ourselves, I think we are going to appreciate it more. It's just the same thing that lies with being a patriotic citizen. You cannot be a patriotic citizen if you do not know your history, if you do not understand where you are coming from, if you do not understand your roots, okay? So that is one thing I realized about Ghanaians, and it was very fascinating for me. And I appreciated it so much, I loved it so much, and I started asking myself questions, like, do I know so much about Nigeria? Nigeria has 36 states. Can I really stand up and talk about 20 states? Can Can I really talk about the history? Nigeria is full of so many rich culture. Do I really understand these cultures? Okay, let me not even go too far, because Nigeria is so big, Nigeria is so vast. I'm not a historian that I will say I will know a lot, or I will know everything about Nigeria. Of course, there are people like that, but at least my own culture, I am from River State, for instance. Do I know much about my state? If someone should call me and say, tell me about the riverine people, can I really stand up for 1 hour and speak about my people? So that act I see from Ghanaians has made me fall in love with my own culture. I found myself researching more about the rivers people. I saw myself getting to find out what's our attire like. See, this might be shameful to say. I will say it anyways. Before now, I cannot boldly stand up and say this is our native cloth. I mean, the rivers people, we have a lot of clothes, right, in Nigeria, but I'm talking about the rivers people. I could not say this is our native cloth. I used to see that cloth, but I did not attach any importance to it. I did not attach any meaning to it. I saw it like maybe other people from other states, they also wear it, whatever. I don't care. You get, it's beautiful, it's nice, I love it, but I didn't attach any meaning or any value to it. But when I started researching more about my state, about my culture, I found myself going back to those things that I ignored before and learning more about them, thereby appreciating them more. So that is one thing that Ghana has taught me. Ghana has just taught me to fall in love with my country. I found myself being in a space where you have to defend the fact that you are a Nigerian, and I don't see myself, being in that situation anymore where I have to prove a point that I'm a Nigerian or I'm this or I'm that. No. I'm bold to say that I am a Nigerian. What I care about is how can I be of value to my country? How can I make a change? From my space, from the little space that I have, from my corner, from my environment, from the people around me. What am I exuding out? What am I showing to people? That is what is more important. So I am the one representing Nigeria now, here on this channel. I am representing Nigeria in my environment, in my neighborhood. I am representing Nigeria. Nigeria is there, like the country is there, but myself, I am representing the country right now. So what I do, how I relate with people, how I communicate, how I sell myself out there is what will define the country little by little. The people that are spoiling the name of Nigeria, they are individuals. They are people like you and I. They have decided to soil the name of the country. When they soil their name, automatically they are soiling the name of the country. Now, when we talk about patriotism, I am not saying that Nigerians generally are not patriotic. But there is one thing I want to say. This patriotism comes in different forms. I would say that Ghanaians are patriotic in a way, and Nigerians are patriotic in another way. We are patriotic in different ways, and I'm going to explain, okay? Like I said earlier, Ghanaians are people that they love their country so much. Like they're ready to fight on social media because of their country. Nigerians are also like that. But Ghanaians are like they are hyper on that. Very much hyper on that. You can walk into a Ghanaian home and there is every tendency you're going to see a Ghanaian flag. You can go into a car, a bus, a trotro, and there's every tendency you're going to see the Ghana flag, you're going to see the Ghana color, you're going to see something representing Ghana somewhere, okay? That is how much they are patriotic. When it comes to Nigeria, Nigerians are not typically those people that want to stick the Nigerian flag somewhere. They are not typical people that want to represent the country with the flag all the time, like trying to sell out the country, or anytime they have to say something, they will say Nigeria. Ghanaians typically are those kind of people, okay, that anything they say, there's every tendency that you will hear, hey, Ghana. Like, they love the name Ghana. Like, they cherish the country so much They cherish the country so much. Yes, Nigerians are typically not this kind of people. But I would say that Nigerians are patriotic in the sense that when it comes to supporting their own, when it comes to standing up for their own, give it to them. They are highly, that is also patriotism. Okay, they are highly high on that. They are high on, supporting their own. That is one thing I can boast that Nigerians are good at. When Nigerians want to stand up to do something, I think the time I really experienced one Nigeria, like I felt like, oh, I am proud. Like at that point, I felt like raising the Nigerian flag everywhere for the world to see that I'm a Nigerian. The time I really experienced that was during the EndSARS. EndSARS was a protest that happened in Nigeria in the year 2020. Yes, we're trying to fight for our freedom, we're trying to fight for peace, we're trying to fight for our lives and all of that. Yes, Nigerians were so united, they came together, they came to fight for a cause. And it was it was something else. Like at that point, every Nigerian was proud to be a Nigerian until our effort was shattered. Our effort was thrown down the drain. Yeah. But at that point, we loved what we saw. We loved how nobody cared whether you were Yoruba, whether you were an Igbo, whether you were from Hausa. Nobody cared. Absolutely. No one cared. Everybody was just fighting for a cause, and it was a beautiful sight to behold. Some people will say, if you are so patriotic about Nigeria, why don't you go and stay in Nigeria? Why don't you go and live in Nigeria? Hello, most of my viewers are Ghanaians in the diaspora. So there are Ghanaians in the diaspora. There are Ghanaians in Nigeria. That doesn't mean they are not patriotic. That doesn't mean they are not patriotic Ghanaians. They are representing their country well. They are Nigerians in the diaspora also that are representing their country well. So it is all about me representing my country well wherever I find myself. Whether I am in Ghana, whether I am in Canada, whether I am in Togo, whether I'm in Benin, whether I'm in Uganda, wherever I find myself, I just have to represent my country well. That is what will really make me a patriotic citizen. So the question is, are you truly a patriotic citizen? Some people think they are patriotic citizens by coming on social media to throw tantrums, to fight, to insult. You are not a patriotic citizen when you do that. When you come on social media, you think you can just insult people because they are talking about your country, then you have a lot to learn. I feel the both countries have a lot to learn from each other. The earlier we calm our head down, we remove pride. I am Ghana, I am Nigeria, giant of Africa. Until you calm down, they say pride cometh before a fall. Until you calm down and learn what you have to learn from each other, so we all become a better country, the better for us. Why is it that it's always Nigeria and Ghana, Nigeria and Ghana? Of course, we are Anglophone speaking countries. We are the nearest to each other. I think that is the reason why we have that connection a lot. When we want to talk about similarities in culture, Ghana and Ivory Coast have a lot in common. But you will hardly see Ghana and Ivory Coast on social media. You will hardly see people talk about them like Ghana and Ivory Coast. They are doing their own thing. Okay, but if you go on social media, Nigeria and Ghana, Nigeria and Ghana. Nigeria and Ghana is always news. Like putting out that two flag, it's news. It is news. You can't tell me anything. We may not have a lot in common when it comes to culture, but hello, we are Africans, right? And we all speak English. That is why we have so much, relationship, despite the fact that we are far away from each other compared to other neighboring countries. So we have to learn from each other. As long as we have Nigerians traveling to Ghana, we have Ghanaians traveling to Nigeria, we should be able to learn. Just like I said, I've come out to say this is one thing I have learned from Ghanaians that I want to implement in my own lifestyle when it comes to my country. Me saying I am patriotic doesn't mean that when I see my people doing something that is wrong, I cannot say no. Being patriotic means that you would want to lead people aright. You would want to tell people when they do something wrong. You want to tell them that no, this thing that I did is wrong. In as much as I am in another country, in as much as I love Ghana so much, in as much as I cherish Ghana so much, I am also a patriotic Nigerian. I have just come to fall in love with these both countries unconditionally. Just like I always say, Ghana is my second home, and I have learned a lot from Ghana. And living in these both countries had made me understand these both countries the more, because I think the more you stay out of a particular place and watch from afar, sometimes you get to see more. When you stay in a place, step outside, watch from afar, go back, you get to understand things the better you get. So it has just made me to understand these both countries a lot. And this is me speaking to whoever is watching this video. If you are watching this video right now, or you've watched up to this extent, you should be a patriotic citizen of your country. Be you a Ghanaian, be you a Nigerian, wherever you come from. That does not mean that every other country doesn't mean anything to you. No, it just means that you should be loyal to your country. It means that you should respect your country. It means that you should portray your country in a positive light. It means that you should try to make a change, a positive change or a positive impact wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, because you're not just putting yourself out there, it is your country that you're putting out there. If something should happen, especially if you are an immigrant, if you're in another man's country, if you do something there, when they call your name, after your name, the next thing I'll follow is your country. So you are selling your country. If you are a Ghanaian that will come under this my video right now to come and spill trash, you are selling your country in a negative light. Because people that have never been to Ghana before will watch those comments and say, is this how Ghanaians talk? If you're a Nigerian that will come under this my video and come and spill trash, you are portraying your country in a negative light. Because people that have never been to Nigeria before will come and say, this is how Nigerians behave. So you are your country wherever you find yourself. And I hope that you sell yourself in a positive light, you portray yourself in a positive light, and be willing to learn anything you see in that country that you are, that you enjoy, that you love, that you don't see in your country, you can bring it back home. Let it start with you. Imbibe those good characters, imbibe those good attributes, and transfer it to your children, and it moves from generation to generation, and before you know, that is how change comes in. This video was a very short one. I felt I really needed to talk about this because at this point I want to say thank you to Ghana for helping me love my country, Nigeria. Thank you to Ghana for making me appreciate my country, Nigeria. I love Ghana so much and I love Nigeria so much. These two countries are dear to my heart. These two countries molded me differently. I learned something from each of them, and I'm happy I stayed in Ghana, and I'm happy I'm a Nigerian. God bless Nigeria. God bless Ghana. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please do well to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the bell notification so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And until we meet next time, do not forget to always smile because you're beautiful when you do. Bye.